welcome to the Path to Pleasure. Today we are going to talk about a subject that is going to make your leather panties wet.
Ooh.
Would you like to talk about the fetish party we went to?
I would, yes.
Okay. So last weekend we went out of town to a fetish party. It was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Would you like to start us off?
Well, it was your first one.
It was.
So I've been to several because I've been doing this for a year. So I'm interested to hear your perspective of things that happened and if it's anything that you thought it was going to be.
Okay, so that being said, it was not my first fetish party, but it was my first foot fetish party.
Yes.
So there's the big reveal. It was a foot fetish party, and it was actually my first. It was quite interesting. I definitely had not seen that type of interaction with people before. It's almost vanilla. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings. But then on but then on the other hand, it gets a little crazy and you're like, what is that noise? And we'll get to that. Don't worry.
Dun, dun, dun.
Everybody was incredibly nice. I have to say, like, first impression, people were shy.
Oh, yeah.
More so than I expected. And you had said it was going to be this way.
Yes.
But like walking in, I'm talking about men not really making eye contact. And I was like, hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Very passive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went there to set up like a booth to sell products, just, lingerie, etc., because there are women there. And women are fun to work with. They always get so excited at very girly things.
Well, you had so many fun things. Like, oh my gosh, I need them all.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's the fun part. Like, I work alone all the time. I mean, I have a business partner. He's awesome, but he has his office.
Yay.
And I have mine.
For him.
And I have mine. And so we divide and conquer. He has his specialties. I have mine. But basically, we're alone all day.
Yeah.
So to be at a party like this, and he did, just so everybody's clear, he came to the party too. And he is more out of this business and lifestyle than anyone else. Like, this is all still very new to him, going to parties, seeing these kind of things. So I was eager to see his reaction, but then I ended up being the one too. I was like, oh my goodness, just surprised and interested. And we were trying not to stare, and in a good way, because it was just interesting to see how people interact.
Of different things that you saw.
Yes.
Because I understand. We'll get to that, like you said.
Yeah, but overall, I have to say I really like it. So the men start off being really shy. And then they start warming up and they'll come over and say hello.
Yes.
And then the girls were all super sweet and very welcoming. Like, from the minute I walked in, telling me like how they like my clothes, they like my shoes, how great I look, telling me who they are.
They're all very supportive.
Yeah.
The whole community is very supportive. The gentlemen are as well. They're just not as forthcoming.
Yeah, and it did take a little while for them to open up. And I literally saw one young man, and you would think that he would be the most shy. And he was, in a way. He never came over to say hi to me. Like, he was there for a reason. He wanted to meet the girls that he wanted to meet.
For a while. And so that makes everybody feel so special that they get that time with that person. Because it's like, oh, you came all the way to see me and you're going to spend this time with me and have that interaction. So it makes you feel really good as a model. And I know that we make the clients feel good, obviously, or they wouldn't be there and keep coming back.
I mean, clearly, and just so nice to everybody. Like, I know I keep saying the girls were nice, but I mean, you must understand these men come in and they're shy. Also, they are living out their fetish in public, basically. It's not public, it's in their own community, but it's still like very brave of them to be seen.
Yeah, because everything's all out in the open. You've got one room that you have just different areas of where you session at. And so everything's out there in the open, and you have 100 people doing, you know, things that a lot of people tell them is wrong, which is, you know, massaging someone's feet or sucking on their toes, or the trampling that goes on, all kinds of things that we're told you're not supposed to do. And you're in this big building and you're doing it all there, and everybody's having a good time, and no one's caring what anybody else is doing. They're just having a good time and living out that fantasy for that time that they have.
It was great. Like, I really liked the experience. And, you know, my business partner and I, it was new for both of us. So we were there at our table and we're showing people our products, but then you kind of get distracted and you want to look around. So we're trying not to look because we want to give everybody their privacy, but it was just so interesting. So it was almost like we drift off and look around and come back and try not to react because we're both like, oh, it's cool.
Because it's so new. Yeah, it's so new. Yeah. And there are some things like you said earlier, you'll have you wanted to have a big reveal.
Yeah.
So that you don't see all the time.
So we're standing there and all of a sudden we hear a man, and it sounds like he's being kicked or punched, or he's, you know, losing his breath, gasping for air, whatever it was. So that was the trampling. We looked over and it was just so interesting to see. The girls were having a blast. They were having so much fun. And it wasn't, sometimes it was one, but a lot of times it was several girls.
Yeah.
And the participant, they were just in ecstasy, you know, completely happy.
That she's talking about in particular, her first time of seeing, it was a 6-girl trample on this gentleman. And a trample is you lay down on the floor and you have the gentleman laid down on the floor, and then you've got a counter that you hold on to, and there were 6 of the models that were lined up on this counter, and he was lined up underneath them, and they were jumping on him and trampling him. And there were 6 of them that did that, and they would rotate, you know, back and forth, and they were giving him everything they had. They were giving him the business. So
everybody was happy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The models loved doing it. He loved it. Yeah. That's big. That's really big in our community.
Oh yeah. And like all kinds of people, and just like your neighbor next door, which was fun. And the women, some were dressed up, some were not. They were all incredibly beautiful.
Yes.
And, you know, all varieties. Like, let's say like some women were almost tomboyish, you know, very, very cute, adorable. And then they were like the sultry, you know, curvy women. And then let's see, tall, like really
That's a
tall.
Huge fetish.
Oh my God. They were gorgeous. Like these women were, let's see, one of them was at least 6'1". The other one must have been 6'2", 6'3".
I was going to say, I believe it's 6'4" and 6'2".
Oh, really?
I should look that up though.
They were incredibly beautiful. I won't go too much into detail, but one woman had these black pants on and you could just see her curves. I was like, oh my God.
That's our girl, Goddess Marcy.
Oh my God. And she was so sweet too.
Yes, she is. Oh man. I could not take my eyes off of her ass all night. Every time she was so freaking tired because their flight had gotten delayed. They
Oh,
had, yeah, like, so everything was so screwed up for them for the day before, and then they sessioned all day.
where did she come from? Like what town
Um,
or
so,
what general area?
well, she lives in Tampa, but I think they were coming from, no, maybe they were coming from Tampa, but then they got rerouted to Houston, and then they had to go
Oh,
back to Dallas. So they didn't get in till like 11:30 or 12 on Friday.
mm.
Yeah, and then Saturday they sessioned all day, and then got up, rested for a little bit, and then went to the party. So, but man, every time she would get up, I think, oh, if I see her, I could not take my eyes off her. I told her, oh, I don't even feel bad about it. It's
I
so
know.
juicy. I just, oh,
Yeah, like
man.
perfectly thick legs, great round
Yeah,
behind,
yeah.
and yeah, just perfectly proportioned. Like,
And in her downtime while we were in the hotel when she wasn't sessioning, she was also kind enough to help me because I am not good with Instagram. Oh, actually, stop. I need to not put that out there. I'm working on my Instagram skills, and uh, she she's really good at all of that kind of stuff. So she was helping me with that in her downtime. She loves doing that stuff. She has Marcy Productions. She's so good at it. So she was helping me and telling me, post this stuff, just get to posting. Like, and she's from Brazil, and she's
I was wondering,
yes,
I was going to ask you because I barely heard her talk. She was so busy. She came by for a second.
so exotic
I felt like
sounding.
a fan. I was like, hi, hi,
I know,
hi.
right?
You look amazing. Hi.
Yes.
And she was so sweet. She's like, oh, hi, thank you, thank you. And
Hmm.
I couldn't place her accent. I'm like, okay, bye, friend.
Yeah, she's Brazilian.
Oh, that's
And boy,
fantastic.
she got a Brazilian ass to go with it. Like, she's what they talk about. Oh, man.
And who was the tall blonde,
And
the
that is Blondie.
blondie, six
Yes.
four?
Yes. I think Marcy, see, I need to check. I shouldn't even put that out there because I don't even know how tall they are.
Yeah.
I know they are insanely tall.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Oh man.
I think a lot of people have, this image in their head. Tall women will not have much of a figure, or it's going to not be proportionate. They both are very proportionate,
Oh yeah.
very
I don't
attractive.
think I don't even think anybody talks about figures anymore because they're all so great no matter what shape they are.
Agreed.
Man.
Agreed. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And yeah, the loud noising and the gasping, that was the man being
I
trampled.
understand that.
Yeah, and that was really fun to see. And then let's see what else. We had a couple models come by and talk to us and buy products, and that was fantastic. And one model, I'm really hoping to introduce her to some family owned businesses that I know the families like in the industry that I work in, and they have lingerie companies and they've been in business for, 30, 40 years. I think she would be a great fit.
Oh,
So
good.
I'm going to reach out to them. And I told her too, I said, you have the personality, you have the look, it sounds like you have the drive. And I saw her Instagram and I was like, and you definitely know how, to pose and
How
make
to
the
pose.
outfits look great.
Yeah.
So we met a lot of very interesting people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else like unique, and I think it was just everything. Like you can't say
I
one thing.
Yeah, I just like the fact that it is actually a party. Like I go more I meet a lot of clients at the party, but I love going to see the other models. It's we all get to go there and spend that time together, and some people fly in for this and that's the only opportunity we get to see them, so they'll stay for a couple days and we'll session where we're at so that we can all be together.
That's
So
cool.
that's my favorite part. I mean, the clients are a bonus, and I do like to get to know some of the guys, but it's such a tense environment. Like, I think it's easier for them to kind of see how we are in person, and then that kind of breaks that tension for them to start sessioning with us.
I think so too. I did see some people like standing around observing, and I felt like they were just observing to see like, how do I interact? How do I get into this?
Yeah, it's easier that way, and it's like, well, you the more you come to those, the easier it gets. We had um several people fly in from out of state that it had been their first party, and that's exciting. And they think that there's not people like them where they're from, and it's like, no, they're there.
Oh yeah.
We just have to find those people that fit with you, right? Like, keep looking, they're out there.
So we're friends with the woman who hosts these parties. How often? How often does she have the?
Quarterly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always in the Texas area.
Yes.
Okay.
They tried it in Las Vegas. It didn't go very well, which was surprising to me. But I also, since I am new, I don't know the ins and outs of that part.
I will
So,
speak with her.
yeah.
I've been there so often for work and trade shows, and there are a couple of trade shows that will work out perfectly with, you know, that, that fetish actually.
She's great at what she does. I
Yes.
know that she has very exciting things coming to her that she has been working on, and an opportunity like that would be something that would interest her, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, because she's so good at what she does, she's great at the party planning, she's so organized. It's just getting everybody's names out there and getting the Texas Foot Party name out there.
Texas Foot Party. I want to go again. I think it's
Yes,
fun.
I believe you're going to be a permanent
Vendor.
thing from now on, aren't
Yeah.
you? I think that's in the works.
That's the plan, because if nothing else, I have a great time. And like I said, we work by ourselves a lot. So any chance we have trade shows,
Yeah.
getting out, visiting with people, going to see customers.
Well, and we
then,
need those clothes.
yes, they need those clothes.
Yeah, like that's perfect. And the items that you have, it just fits perfect.
LED butt plugs.
Oh my gosh, that's my favorite. But the other great part about that is it has a freaking remote.
It has a remote. I mean, come on. Couldn't ask for anything better.
I wonder how far away does this remote work?
I know across the room, maybe across the house. I think it's 30 feet, but we'd have to check it again. But I do believe at least 30 feet.
I guess we'll have to do research.
Right? Yeah, whenever I was doing research, getting products, I wanted unique products. I wanted unique things that I didn't see other companies had. And because it gets a little repetitive in all industries, but of course, I only know my industry. So it gets a little repetitive, and you try to set yourself apart. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So this one was a good chance that I took. It worked out. And then I also have the LED bendable foxtail butt plug.
Yes.
And that's fun. And
that's
it sounds
my
great.
favorite, actually. Yeah. I have yet to use it.
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting, and I need to come up with something to shoot with it, something to wear.
That'd be so cute.
So I need to come up with that, and then I want to shoot something in it because I'm very excited about it.
I should probably gift you a body stocking. So you just wear a body stocking.
I love me a body stocking.
Right?
You know what? I've got one of those. I have like 40 of them.
If somebody's going to give you a gift, take it.
No, you're right. You're right. Hush up. Hush up.
So with the woman that do we say her name yet? She will be a guest, and hopefully soon.
Yes, we should definitely say her. She's a huge part of my life and has been in this since I began my fetish journey. Actually, not pretty much since I began.
Tell us all about her name, how you met. I'm dying to know how you guys met. I'm surprised I've never asked.
Oh, her name is Stacy, and she goes by Phoenix Stacy.
Awesome.
She is a fetish model, dom, and she also is my agent. So she's the one that puts on the foot parties. And I met her whenever I applied to be a model at the foot parties. So the first time was at the foot party. I didn't have a whole lot of time to talk to her because she's so busy running around. She does all of this stuff on her own. And so she's doing all of it from the beginning to the end. So she doesn't even have time to session. So, and people fly in to see her. Like, she's huge in this industry. And so in our world, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's busy running around doing everything. So I didn't really have a whole lot of time to talk with her. And then I don't even remember if it was after the second party or if it was before, because I would have to really think about how we connected. I remember I was so overwhelmed with everything and had no idea what I was doing. I knew that it wasn't as easy as just taking pictures of my feet or taking pictures in leather and a whip, but I didn't know exactly what to do. So I did all the things that I knew on my end, and I made my lists and got to where my brand was built, and I was building that up. And then she came in because I thought, I'm doing all this, but I'm not making any money. And it was very frustrating because it was a lot of time. So I started talking to her, and she was an agent. And so I talked to my husband and we decided to go for it. And then there was a very easy decision for us to make, I believe. I don't even remember that conversation. I just remember being like, yes, let's go and let's do this. And she started booking for me, and it was so easy. She filters all of my social media. It goes to one email. I don't do anything in DMs. I only get to talk to the people online, like through my posts if they comment, or if they send a tribute, of course, then I will message. But everything else is sent straight to my Gmail, and then it goes to her. And she replies back and sets all of that stuff up. So I get all of the fun stuff. And if I'm sessioning in person, then I meet them as soon as they're here, and I get all the fun stuff. They've already told me through the questionnaire what they want. Stacy's already dealt with all of that, and I just get to do all the fun stuff and make dreams come true.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so she does all of that stuff for me.
So tribute, that would be they gift you.
Yeah, they gift you something. It's usually something via Cash App, or they can get you something off of your wish list. Yeah, so, but usually if they're doing something like that, they're usually clients that already have a private number to do that, but every once in a while.
That's fun.
Oh, yes, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I need to update my wish list. Or Wish Tinder is what it's called.
Oh,
Yeah.
So what type of items
are on my Wish Tinder?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm so glad you asked. I have plastic surgery on my Wish Tinder.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
For your feet? Just kidding.
No. I love my feet. Actually, just need pedicures. That's on my Wish Tinder too. I have plastic surgery on my Wish Tinder. I need to put furniture up there.
Yes.
I have my lip. I need to. And who wants to pay for this? I want to get my top lip done. It's time. That's on there. Makeup. Man, I need to get my pen and paper and start making a list while I'm telling you now, because it's like I have all of these things that I'm thinking of now because I don't take the time. But you can put anything on there and they get it for you. Boots. I put boots on there. dominatrix outfit. I think I've got a maid outfit on there. Yeah.
Cute. Super cute.
Maybe I need to put our cameras on there, some of our podcast equipment on there. Ooh,
Hi.
yeah, hello.
Would you like to see her feet up close? We need new cameras.
See? Do a little sock removal. Ooh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can put anything on there. Plants. Ooh, I wonder if you could put weed on there. Probably not. Shrooms. Can you put
That's
shrooms
awesome.
on there? I'm down with that.
Right? Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to think of stuff because I need to update that because people do like buying that stuff. And I love whenever, because I love gifts, right? So it's so exciting. So I do an unwrapping of the gift.
Oh.
Yeah. And then do a little where you put it on because it's a lot of the times it's clothes, right?
Yeah.
So, or if it is furniture, which you could be my first furniture giver. Wouldn't that be great? I would sit on it and rub all over it. But then you do like a video showing them, you know, wearing it for them. And those are always my favorite. I really like those kind of customs. It was like, ooh, because then you get excited because you get to wear it for two things. You get to wear it for this person that was so nice. And they get that something special.
Yeah.
And then you get to use it for your content. And it's like, ooh, I wanted this to shoot for something specific.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. Yeah.
I need a wish list.
Yes, wish tender.
Wish tender.
Wish tender. Yeah, we need to shout out for that.
Yeah.
We got to get you set up. See, again, we need to be making a list. Set up your wish tender.
I have no other wares than selling products. No foot fetish, but that's okay.
That's okay. We'll find